Welcome to the Bookroom Duo, where we explore a variety of books so you can find your next read. Let's get started. Today we're diving into Busybody,
Busybody.
a mystery
Oh, yeah.
by Kemper Donovan.
And this is no ordinary mystery. It's a real roller coaster with a protagonist, also named Kemper,
Interesting.
who's a ghostwriter about to get a taste of real-life intrigue.
I love that. So we've got a mystery, a ghostwriter.
Yes.
What more could you ask for?
And a setting that's just begging for trouble.
Okay, I like it. Tell me more.
So Kemper's latest client is Dorothy Gibson,
Okay.
a retired senator with a memoir to write.
Ooh, juicy.
It's full of political secrets, designer clothes, enough sharp wit to make you want to duck for cover. But here's the twist.
What's that?
The setting isn't some stuffy DC office.
Okay.
Picture this.
I'm ready.
A sleek, modern glass house in Maine
Oh, wow.
called the Crystal Palace,
Ooh, I love it.
owned by a tech mogul named Walter Vogel.
Okay, so we've got a tech mogul, a senator,
Right.
and a ghostwriter.
The place practically screams secrets, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely.
As soon as Kemper arrives,
Uh-oh.
things take a dark turn.
What happens?
Vivian Davis, Walter's wife,
Okay.
and a former actress,
Oh, wow.
is found dead in a bathtub.
Oh, no.
At first glance, it looks like a suicide, but there's this feeling that something's not quite right.
There's always more than meets the eye, right?
Yeah, exactly. Vivian isn't your typical trophy wife. She's deeply involved in a local environmental cause, fighting against pollution in the nearby Crystal River.
Okay.
There's a depth to her that we only get glimpses of, which makes her death even more puzzling.
That's really interesting. So we have a dead wife, a tech millionaire husband, a luxurious glass house, and an environmental activist.
The plot is already thickening.
Yes.
And we haven't even met the other characters yet.
Give me the rundown. Who else is in this story?
Okay, so we've got Eve Turner,
Okay.
Walter's dedicated assistant,
Okay.
who seems to harbor a secret affection for him.
Ooh, scandalous.
And then we have the Shaws, family friends of Walter's, with their
Uh-oh.
teenage son, Alex, who's
Ugh.
carrying some serious emotional baggage.
Oh, boy. This is a lot of trauma already.
Right. And it all really starts to unravel during Vivian's memorial service.
Oh, how so?
Well, Kemper, our ever-observant ghostwriter,
Yes.
starts picking up on inconsistencies in people's stories
Okay.
and starts noticing some seriously strange vibes.
I bet.
And then the discovery of sleeping pills in Vivian's system
Oh.
turns what seemed like a suicide into a potential homicide investigation.
That changes things.
Suddenly, everyone in the Crystal Palace is a suspect.
Oh, my goodness. So who's leading the charge in figuring this out?
Well, the most unexpected player in this whole mystery is Dorothy.
The senator.
Yes, the retired senator.
Okay.
She doesn't just sit back and watch.
What does she do?
She uses her political savvy and connections to uncover clues that the police seem to miss.
She's like a real-life detective.
Exactly. She's like a real-life detective Dottie,
I love it.
much to Kemper's surprise.
That's a great twist.
Yeah.
So Dorothy and Kemper, they're teaming up.
They start digging deeper into Vivian's life and the relationship she had with the people around her. Whispers surface about Walter's rocky past, including a first wife and son
No way.
who live nearby.
Oh, my goodness.
So much drama.
And then there's the shocking revelation that Vivian May has assaulted Alex Shaw.
Wait, assaulted. That definitely changes things.
It does. And then the story takes a dark turn
What happens?
when Walter's found murdered in the Crystal Palace.
Oh my goodness.
Now we have two murders,
This is insane.
a house full of suspects,
Okay.
and a mystery that's becoming more tangled by the minute.
I can't even imagine. And to make matters worse,
Yeah.
the potential murder weapon is discovered.
Oh, no. What is it?
A letter opener
Letter opener.
belonging to Eve.
Walter's assistant.
Yes.
Talk about a twist. Eve becomes the prime suspect,
Okay.
and the police begin interrogating everyone trapped in the Crystal Palace. Oh my goodness. The tension must be palpable.
Right.
So what happens next?
While all this is happening,
Yeah.
Dorothy and Kemper decide to do some investigating of their own.
Okay. I like it.
They sneak away to question the Crystal Palace's chef, Paul Reston,
Okay.
who it turns out has a past connection with Vivian.
What? No way.
Their little side investigation could hold the key to unlocking the truth behind these murders.
I can't wait to find out more.
Hmm.
Everyone in the Crystal Palace seems to have secrets, past relationships, and hidden motives.
It's a recipe for disaster.
That's for sure. We left off with a double homicide in a Crystal Palace that is just overflowing with secrets. Ready for some answers?
Get ready for a twist
Okay.
that will make you question everything you thought you knew. Remember Vivian, the seemingly perfect wife who was found drowned?
Yeah, I do, and I remember all those hints that something wasn't adding up about her death.
Well, here's the shocker. She's alive.
What?
Vivian orchestrated an elaborate hoax
Smiley.
with Walter to fake her own death and frame someone else.
Wow, that's intense. You mean the grieving sister we met was all part of the act?
Exactly. It was actually Vivian's sister, Laura, impersonating her
Okay.
to throw everyone off the scent.
So that explains why the chef Paul Reston didn't recognize Vivian at the memorial.
Right.
He'd only interacted with Laura believing she was Vivian all along. And all those strange vibes Kemper felt.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Laura struggling to maintain the facade.
It's all starting to click into place, but the question remains, why go through all this trouble? What was their endgame?
Well, it turns out Vivian was desperate to escape her life,
Okay.
and Walter was facing legal troubles from his past. They figured faking her death
Right.
and framing someone else was the perfect solution.
And their scapegoat.
Who was it?
None other than Paula Fitzgerald,
Ella Fitzgerald.
the missing swim instructor. Remember her from those local news reports?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Now it all connects. Vivian and Walter planted fake messages and evidence, making it seem like Paula had run off, possibly even harming herself. A pretty cold-blooded plan, if you ask me.
It was. But even the most carefully constructed schemes can crumble. Their downfall began when Eve, desperate to clear Walter's name, pushed for the toxicology report to be expedited.
Ah, so that seemingly small detail was the catalyst for everything unraveling.
Precisely. The expedited report revealed inconsistencies with the initial findings, raising red flags for the investigators.
Wow.
And once the police started digging deeper, Vivian and Walter's house of cards came tumbling down.
So did they get away with it? Did they manage to disappear into the sunset with their new identities?
Not a chance. The truth came out in a dramatic confrontation at the Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Vivian, no longer able to maintain the charade, confessed to everything.
That's quite a confession. But what about Walter?
Yeah.
Was he along for the ride the whole time?
This is where things get even more complicated. Vivian didn't just confess to the hoax, she also admitted to murdering Walter.
She killed her own husband. This is taking so many unexpected turns. I thought they were partners in crime.
It turns out their partnership was far from harmonious. Walter, panicked by their plan falling apart, attempted to kill Vivian, intending to stage it as a suicide. But Vivian fought back, and in the struggle, she killed him in self-defense.
Wow. So Vivian wasn't just trying to escape her life. She was fighting for her survival. And all this time, she was the mastermind behind everything, manipulating Walter and everyone else around her.
She's a classic example of a femme fatale using her charm and intelligence to get what she wants no matter the cost.
But what about the others caught in the crossfire of Vivian's elaborate scheme?
Yeah.
What happened to Eve and the Shaws?
The fallout was significant. Eve, devastated by Walter's betrayal and realizing she was merely a pawn in his game, is left to pick up the pieces of her life. And the Shaws, their son traumatized by Vivian's assault and their reputation tarnished by false accusations, face a long road to recovery.
Busybody isn't just a thrilling mystery.
Right.
It's a reminder that actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences can be devastating.
It makes you think about how well we can truly know someone. Even in a seemingly transparent glass house, secrets can lurk in every corner.
So we've reached the end of this wild ride through Busybody. What are your final thoughts on this intricate web of deceit and murder?
Well, on the surface, it's a gripping thriller that keeps you guessing until the very end. You think you have it all figured out, then bam, another twist throws you for a loop. But beneath the surface, there's a lot more going on.
Definitely. I'm particularly fascinated by Vivian's character. She's a chameleon, constantly reinventing herself, first as the perfect wife, then as the grieving sister, all to conceal her true motives.
It makes you question how well we can ever truly know someone, even those we believe are closest to us. The Crystal Palace, with its glass walls and sharp angles, serves as a perfect metaphor for the characters' lives, seemingly transparent, yet full of hidden corners and distorted reflections.
That's a great point. The setting itself becomes almost another character in the story, mirroring the fragility and fractured nature of the relationships within its walls.
And let's not forget Kemper, our narrator. As a ghostwriter, they're accustomed to shaping narratives and crafting stories. But in this case, reality proves far more complex and unpredictable than any fiction they could invent.
Right. It's a reminder that in today's world where information spreads so rapidly and appearances can be deceiving, we need to be careful observers and critical thinkers. We can't always take things at face value.
Busybody highlights the importance of questioning what we see and hear, of looking beyond the surface to uncover the truth.
It also raises some thought-provoking questions about morality and justice. Was Vivian justified in her actions? Was it all self-preservation, or was there something more calculating at play?
And what about Walter? Was he a victim of his own ambition or complicit in the deception from the start? These are questions that linger long after you finish the book.
Busybody doesn't offer easy answers. It challenges us to confront the complexities of human nature and the gray areas of right and wrong. If you enjoy mysteries that keep you guessing with characters you love to hate and a setting that practically vibrates with tension, then you'll definitely want to add Busybody to your reading list.
So what are you waiting for? Dive into Busybody and see if you can unravel the truth before the final reveal. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe to our channel for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, and we will see you on the next episode.